There is a popular saying that if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you don't expect different results. And so if you keep doing the same thing in your relationship, the result is going to be the same. You're going to have issues almost every day in your relationship. But I feel that relationship can sometimes be very simple, but we like to complicate things so much, and so we do not get the results that we desire. When you see people having that great relationship, having fun and enjoying themselves in that relationship, it took them certain things to get to that stage. And most of us are not willing and ready to apply those simple things in our relationships for it to work for us. I know you have been having various issues in your relationship, but as we have entered into a new year, I'm going to give you simple things that you have to do to transform your relationship. The first thing is that you have to express gratitude daily. There are so many relationships that we do not acknowledge what people do for us. Sometimes we feel that because we are in a relationship, we don't owe each other anything. They're supposed to do it for us because it is their responsibilities. But I can tell you that there are so many people who are ignoring their responsibilities. So even if you think it is their responsibility to do certain things, always remember that there are a lot of people who are refusing to do their responsibilities. And so when your partner goes to the extent of doing something for you, learn to show gratitude, appreciate them daily. Learn to say thank you. You don't have to be thanking them only when they've done something big for you. Their little gestures, their help, their support, and everything. Thank them and express your gratitude every day. The second thing is that you have to practice active listening. Most of us in relationships do not listen actively. We only hear our partners. Now look at this. If someone says something to you and then you reply, I hear you. And someone also says something to you and you reply, I've listened to you. These two things have different meaning. Listening and hearing are not the same thing. But you have to listen to the people. Because when you listen, you learn so much about the people. But most of the time, we just want to be the ones doing the talking because we just want to be heard. But speaking does not necessarily mean that you will be heard. Sometimes listening is also a form of saying something. Practice active listening, and that will make a great change in your relationship. The third thing is that spend quality time without screens. If I'm to tell you the harm screens like mobile phone, TVs, movies, and all those things have done to relationship, you would be surprised. Most relationships are falling apart because of screens. Partners do not get enough time to spend time together. Every day we are on our phone. This person is on WhatsApp. This person is on Twitter. This person is on Facebook. On all social media platforms watching a movie. They do not have time for each other. But if you are able to invest in quality time with your partner, putting your phones aside, or even doing the things together, or watching the screens together, that will even create more fun for you people. Spending quality time is the sure way to have partners learning so much about each other. Because at that time, we get the time to talk with each other. Unlike we being on our screens and then speaking or talking or chatting unknown people or people who do not really even care about us. So spend quality time with our screen, and that will change your relationship. And the fourth thing is surprise act of kindness. One thing that makes relationships successful is kindness. I always tell people that when you are looking for a partner, look for someone who is kind, because when someone is kind, they have good in them. Everyone who is kind is a good person. And so in this relationship, bring this kind heart or this act of kindness as surprises. You know that this person is the one who has been responsible for cooking or doing this kind of thing. Once a while, surprise them by doing their work for them. As a man, you can surprise your wife by doing the cooking for them. As a wife, you can surprise your man by paying for certain bills. These are surprises or acts of kindness that rekindles love in relationships. And if you express this kindness towards your partner, they're also going to do great things for you. The next thing is that you have to learn each other's love language. This is not a complicated thing, but most people think that you need to have a book and study the person, or you need to just have some sort of complicated things. No, everyone has simple things that makes them unique. And once you identify that thing in that person, you try to do it for them to make them happy. Some people may always want to stay on the phone with you or want to hear from you always. That is their love language. communicate with them every day. And people just want to do something fun with you. They just want to touch you. They just want to feel you. Just open up for them. And so spend time to learn about the love language of your partner, because that is the only way you can understand them in the relationship. And you can know all these things by simply talking to the person or having a deep conversation with the person to understand them very well and what makes them happy or what they would love to do in that relationship. So understanding each other's love language is one way that can help transform your relationship this year. The sixth thing is that you have to set relationship goals. There are so many relationships that are happening right now without goals. I mean, we are all into it. Let's see how it goes. And sometimes you listen to people, they say that, okay, let's see if it works. That's not how it works. You have to set plans, you have to set goals, you have to know where you're going, you have to plan together. If you want to take it to the next level, what time do you plan on getting married? What time do you plan on doing this? Is there any business idea that you have in mind? You need to sit down and plan. So you realize that for the previous year, you've not been planning your relationship. So the relationship is just going here and there, being blown away by wind, any wind that comes blows you away without having any direction or knowing where you're going. So in this year, plan, sit down, set goals. It doesn't have to be big goals. I mean, just have one aim, one purpose, plan together and move towards achieving that kind of thing. And once you have a common goal, the mind automatically understands that I have this partner with me and I'm supposed to live my life with that person. And the next thing is that you have to do regular check-ins. Regular check-ins means that you have to have an assessment of the relationship every time. Most of the time, we do offend our partners without us even knowing that we've offended them. Most of them forgives automatically without we even realizing that we offended them. And that is what is keeping the relationship moving. But you have no idea that you offended them in a way that you didn't even know. So doing regular check-ins helps the people to express themselves or let them communicate with you whatever you did to them that they weren't happy about it. But if you don't do regular check-ins, they keep it in them. Then you do another thing again and they will add it together. And so one day they'll be fed up and then they will say it too. And that's where the relationship starts falling apart. And so do regular check-ins and then ask if you've done something wrong. Ask what can I do to make things better. Ask what am I supposed to do? Did I do something wrong? Can I improve on something? I mean, just do regular check-ins. And when you do that, you'll be able to know how your relationship is moving and where to change things and where to correct yourself or where to improve. Now, the next thing is that apologize and forgive. Forgiveness is one difficult thing in a relationship, but it keeps happening almost every day. Most of the time, we forgive our partners without them even apologizing to us because we learn the art of forgiveness in relationships. And if you don't practice the art of forgiveness, it is going to cost you your relationship. You are going to lose good people because most people are good, but they have petty mistakes that you've got to forgive them or overlook them. Sometimes we don't even have to let them notice that you've offended us. We just forgive them automatically because we know their good side. On the other hand, you should also learn to apologize for the very little things. You don't have to always be wrong before you apologize. Sometimes you apologize so that the relationship can move on. I have a principle that I always teach couple that be slow to get angry and be quick to apologize. So when you apologize to your partner, whether you are right or wrong, you help the relationship to move forward. The next thing is that explore new opportunities. Sometimes relationship can be very boring. We may have the same hobbies every time we go to work, we come back inside, we talk, and that's all leads to screen times and not spending quality time because we have a routine, a habit that we are used to. And so it makes the relationship boring. And to transform your relationship, try new hobbies. Have a wonderful communication and discuss what you want to do. Try new hobbies. Someone wants to play table tennis, someone wants to play baseball, someone wants to explore something. Try new things, try new hobbies. And when you identify new hobbies, you spend time to learn about that kind of thing. And so you have less time being on your screen or other things. Explore new activities to spice up the relationship and to get rid of that routine that has been making the relationship boring. And the last thing is that prioritize self-care. Do you know that you cannot take care of somebody if you do not take care of yourself? Until you help yourself, you cannot help other people. And so when you're even in an aeroplane and they are teaching you about the safety and precautions, whenever there's an emergency, they ask you to help yourself first before you can help any other person, even your child. I mean, that is understandable because you need to take care of yourself before you can have a positive energy to help your partner. And so most people or most relationships that are not succeeding are because the people are not taking care of themselves and they always blame the other party for not taking care of them. But if you're able to take care of yourself and your partner is also able to take care of themselves, I mean, we all have positive energy and then we come to do things that will mutually benefit us. But if one party is expecting the other person to make them better or to take care of them, then you're probably going nowhere. And so to transform your relationship this year, prioritize taking care of yourself and things can change for you so much. I mean, these are what I've got for you, and I believe that there are other things. But I think that if you practice these things, a whole lot of things are going to change for you this year. I hope this one helps you to make your relationship better. My name is Badobo. You can call me Love Doctor. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.